Welcome to the Toyland!
Hey, what's up guys and dolls? Welcome back to the Toyland. It's M as always, and today we are finally looking at this Neca Alien 3 dog alien that I nabbed at Toys R Us. Very cool critter. As you can see, he is out of the box already. There's not a lot, excuse me, there's not a lot to the box. The front was just clear plastic. There was nothing in there. This is literally the only thing in the box. This is the artwork that sits behind the alien when it's in the box, and when you turn the box over, you get this back piece that shows the alien being all cool and creepy. And it's got this little bit here which you can pause and read if you would like. And then of course it shows you these other figures it's got, which I think this is the dog alien. It looks just like it. So I guess maybe it's advertising itself. And there's Ripley, of course. I did see a Bishop, which I would love to have a Bishop figure, and I did see a Ripley figure. And then I seen a really weird, like, translucent figure that I think was also Ripley. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was definitely odd. I didn't pick it up and read it. I'm not sure why it was translucent. So here's the alien himself, the dog alien, who came off his stand. As you can see, this is a stand that comes with it. I don't quite get it. I don't really know where or how it's supposed to attach to him, being only this tall. I mean, it can only go up where I have it. Or I had it originally back here. The stand came up and just kind of wrapped around his tail, but it's not tight. And he fell forward a couple times, so I said screw it and found a new way to attach it, which was to just kind of work it into all that chunky meatness and boniness up there in his gut. It just kind of grabs into a couple little like indented spots, and he just kind of rests on there nicely. So I'll rotate him around here, let you guys get a full look. He's awesome in his sculpt. A lot of awesome detail. Looks very good. Looks very accurate. Neca does some good work. Well, I have my issues with it, I suppose. But visually, it's beautiful. My only issues with it pretty much come down to its joints. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Or probably more like right about now, anyway. Since, yeah, there's a look at him. Here's the stand. It's literally like pop this onto here, pop this onto here, and boom. And of course it rotates at the head, but like I said, I'm not really sure what you could possibly do with it like this for this figure. It ain't tall enough to grab him around the waist from behind or anything at this angle. So yeah, odd stand. Don't quite get it. Maybe someone out there could educate me on these Neca stands that these figures come with. Alright, so here is the alien himself. He's glorious. He's big, he's gangly, he's gnarly. I am quite enjoying him for the most part. I guess right off the bat, let me just clear it out of the way. One thing that bugs me is, look at this leg. See how that leg is deformed? You can see it's kind of bent. When we straighten the legs out completely, it's got a warp to it. It's bent over there a little bit. And that is from the way it was packaged. And in fact, this thigh up here, this one on this side, has a little warp to it too. So that's like my one complaint. Neca, you go out of your way to make these really, really cool figures. Why not package them a bit better so they remain intact and as cool as they were when they originally created once they're out of box? It's one problem I've been seeing with a lot of figures. They're just cramming them into them boxes, and it warps them. I had it with a couple multiverse figures. Got it with this guy. It's not an uncommon thing, but it's something people should really fix, because it's kind of frustrating. Especially when a figure looks this good, and you pull it out of the box, and it's got, like, warped joints, and stuff's messed up on it, so. But, alright, let's go through his articulation. I'm going to have to unstraighten his legs, because haven't done that yet. My lord, he's got to be like a 10-inch figure when you straighten them legs out. He's monstrous. And there's a little cat squeaking. I don't know if you can hear that. Sorry if you can. He's squeaking away. So here is, if we'll focus. There, focus on the alien. Alright, you know what? I guess I have a guest reviewer. He's insisting on being up here, so prepare for fluffy, cute distraction. This is Bimby. He's a good boy. He's just quite needy. Alright, so the alien. Its head goes around. I think it can go, it can't go all the way around. It's hindered by some of its bulgy neckness there. But it does go forward and back. And that's as far as I can get it to go. I don't want to break the thing. It does have some mouth articulation. The little tiny mouth. I love their tiny mouths. It does go in and out. So you put that in, and then it kind of wants to fall out. The jaw does close, so you can hide the creepy baby mouth. But who wants to hide the creepy baby mouth? I love the tiny baby mouth. He has got shoulder articulation. It only goes out that far, but it does go around. There's no swivel in the bicep, but there is a swivel in the elbow. It goes all the way around if you would like it to. And then there's a bend, and it actually, I believe it swivels on both ends. Yep, it swivels where it connects to the bicep, and it swivels where it connects to the forearm, and then it's got, well, what's basically a double joint kind of the way it's set up at the elbow. And he's got this ab chest crunch type thing. A pretty good range of motion there. It goes all the way around, but it leans forward and back really far. I like it. Nothing in the waist. The legs, you can see, are on a little ball joint in there, and they kind of have a weird range of movement. That's all the farther they go in and out, but they can do that all the way around. And of course, they go all the way around really well. Here's a knee, or well, his first knee, which is double jointed, no rotation. Then we got what I call his second knee, which is only single jointed, and this is the warped one. And then of course the foot has some rotation to it, and there's a peg hole in the bottom, which is weird. They give you a foot with a peg hole, but they give you a stand with no peg. Interesting. So I think that about covers it for his body. Oh, did I get the wrist? His wrist is pretty well articulated. It goes back and forward really good. And of course it spins around. Just, God, look at the detailing on that. Let me see if I can get this to focus a little better. Yeah, it looks phenomenal. I am very pleased with the work on this figure. But again, you guys are going to go out of your way to make such cool figures. Don't just cram them in a box and warp their legs. Oh, there's also one other issue, which I mentioned in the video in a couple comments. People commented, look at that. Here we have the big toe, as it should be. Slightly longer toe, which on my feet, that's how it is. My big toe is actually shorter than my second toe, and it goes down to the pinky. When you jump over here and you realize, wait, that's a pinky, and that's a big toe over here. So, yeah, they gave him 2 left feet. So I guess I won't be dancing with this guy anytime soon. Haha, punny. Yeah. That's probably actually my biggest complaint. I got 2 left feet on my alien. My alien got 2 left feet, guys. So, yeah, not too big of a deal. Oh, hey, there is some articulation in these feet, too, other than going around. They go up and down like so. Cool, I didn't know that until right now. Alright, and then the tail, of course, is articulated in that it's literally a bendable plastic with a wire inside, and it does even spin. So the tail is cool. The tail can actually be used to help hold him up. He can, like, lean against it, and see, it'll prop him right up for you. Let me refocus this. But it just looks kind of cheesy. That's why I use the stand, because I want him to appear to be standing more on his own than leaning on his tail. Because that tail's just so cool and long and gangly with that big blade on the end. You kind of want it up and, like, you know, kind of menacing looking. Like it might just impale you through the face at any moment. But, yeah. Overall, great figure. Couple minor issues in the way they packed it. Caused some warping of the appendages. Which, you know, you might even be able to fix. If I took a blow dryer to it for a little bit, it might straighten those out. I don't know. I know a lot of guys, a lot of collectors out there, you know, freeze and heat and put in water and this and that and to get joints to not be stiff, or apply heat to kind of have things reform to their original positions. But I don't really do any of that stuff. I'm not big on, like, freezing my action figures, I guess. I'm definitely not big on putting them in water. Some of you guys might think, well, hot water is great for loose joints. And that's true. It'll help you loosen the joints. But chances are, water's going to get into the hollow parts of that figure, and you're going to get mold. Whether or not you even know it, you could have a moldy inside of your figure, and yeah, not for me. So, I've seen it myself 100 times because, you know, my kid likes to play in the bathtub with his toys, and I've seen toys that had mold come out of them because there was water that got stagnant and was trapped in there for so long. So, just keep that in mind when you guys are using water for joint issues and stuff. Just a little tip there for you. So yeah, there's a look at the Neca Alien 3 Dog Alien. Again, I snagged this guy at Toys R Us. It was a great find. I was very happy. I've seen him around. I've always wanted one. I grew up, my dad's a big fan of the Alien movies. I grew up watching these, and Predator as well. And I even enjoyed the much maligned AVP movies. I had no problem with them. I quite enjoyed them. Very awesome to see a badass Predator taking on a badass alien. Because they are, honestly, these aliens are some of the coolest and creepiest movie creations to come out of Hollywood ever, if you ask me. These aliens are friggin' creepy. And there's few things scarier than when you're a kid and you're watching Aliens 2, the second one, Aliens. It's just called Aliens, not Aliens 2. And you're watching that, and the guy lifts up that ceiling grate and looks up, and there's like 2 or 3 of these aliens like crawling at him, but it's old school, so they're like puppets. They're not CGI, like they're physically there, and they are creepy as hell, and they're slimy, and they're coming at this guy. And yeah, I love the design of the aliens, which this whole design, I don't know if you guys know who H.R. Geiger is. Some of you probably do, some of you probably don't. But he's a famous artist and even a writer, I believe. But I more know him for his artwork. But he was crazy. He's dead now, but you go look at any of his artwork and you can see exactly like where these aliens came from. Like, yeah, they're cool. They're very H.R. Geiger-esque. Obviously, you can see drawings he did where they're actually using these xenomorph type creatures, but in all of his artwork, you can see like just the style, the way he uses bones and stuff, these weird tubular type structures and stuff. It's, yeah, you would definitely recognize it. Like if you've seen a piece of his work, you'd go, oh, so that's the guy that designed the xenomorphs for the Alien movies. Got it. Very cool. If you guys don't know who he is, check out H.R. Geiger. There was actually a documentary about him on Netflix not too long ago that I watched. Very cool. Very cool stuff. Very cool guy. Weird dude. He's weird for sure. But yeah, I recommend checking out his artwork. Cool stuff. I guess that's it. 13-minute video on this dog alien here. Yeah, thanks as always, you guys, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. This NECA Alien 3 dog alien little tour here. It's definitely a cool figure. I recommend it. If you can, try to find one that's packaged well, though, and not all mangled in the box. So, yeah. That's it, guys. Until next time, keep on rocking.